here. So any chance, Dman Dooney asking this question, any chance Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal go to the Golden State Warriors? If so, trade idea. So I think if the Warriors even want to have any chance of bringing those guys in, they're going to have to clear a bunch of salary. That would include trading away Andrew Wiggins, who makes more than $30 million. Draymond Green is also on a max contract. Like, that would be the realistic thing that you have to do to bring those players in, given their price tag and what they'll demand in the future, because Beal can opt out of his contract after next season, I believe. Don't see that one happening, but my goodness, it would make the Warriors very, very exciting. My Honda got totaled. I hope you're okay. Should the Warriors consider trading Wiggins and Kelly Oubre this offseason? So Wiggins could be traded because he's currently under contract. His contract also north of $30 million. Kelly Oubre would have to be a sign and trade because Kelly Oubre is going to be a free agent. A lot of people have floated that possibility of maybe a Kelly Oubre sign and trade to the Mavericks for Kristaps Porzingis. Not sure I'd do that deal. But that can't happen unless there is a sign and trade involved, because Kelly Oubre is going to be an unrestricted free agent and he can sign elsewhere. Knicks, a team that is definitely interested in him. Do you think the Warriors should make a big trade this upcoming offseason to continue to build around Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and hopefully Klay Thompson once he comes back from the Achilles and ACL injuries? Type P for please, Warriors, please make a big trade. Type C for nah, they're content. Get your votes in right now. Make sure you're subscribed to our main Chat Sports YouTube channel and let this be your NBA offseason hub for the latest free agency, news and rumors, trade speculation as we lead up to the NBA draft. We're also going to continue to break down NBA draft prospects. If you're watching us live on today's Friday show, coming at you soon, our latest NBA mock draft. Go to youtube.com/chatsportstv or hit that red subscribe button down below. Also, we're going to be going live on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern for the NBA draft lottery. So all reason to subscribe to Chat Sports and turn those notifications on. Move ahead to this question from CaliBro940. That dude looks familiar. I'm not sure where I've seen him from. If Klay was healthy this year, would the Warriors still be in the playoffs? I think so. I think not only are the Warriors in the playoffs with a healthy Klay Thompson, who was a 5-time All-Star when the Warriors went to 5 straight NBA Finals, winning 3 titles, he was one of the best two-way players across the league. And in 2019, Klay Thompson was excellent. 21.5 points per game. He shot 40% from 3. Klay Thompson, even coming off a torn ACL and torn Achilles, I think is going to be able to get the Warriors back to competing for a Western Conference title and maybe even an NBA championship. The Warriors have certainly missed him. Those injuries, maybe they zap him just a little bit, but I think if he was on the court to answer that question this year, Warriors are definitely in the playoffs. They're making some noise, and maybe they're not stuck in a position where they have to win an NBA play-in game against a team like the Los Angeles Lakers, and then they lose against the Memphis Grizzlies. That was a tough spot for this franchise to be in. Just didn't have enough firepower. Klay Thompson obviously would have helped that. Another question coming in from 4Hype or 3Channel Friend. Who is better, CJ McCollum or Andrew Wiggins? Really good question because both of these guys' salaries are in the ballpark of one another. It depends on what you want. Like CJ McCollum, if at the end of games, end of shot clock, you're looking for a player who's going to be able to create off the dribble and get a bucket, you go with CJ McCollum. If you want a two-way player who continues to improve and is still only 26 years old after being the #1 pick in the 2014 NBA draft, I believe, then you go with Andrew Wiggins. Both guys expensive. Both guys have weaknesses. Not sure CJ is all that clutch. Wiggins, for that reason either. But CJ the better creator. Andrew Wiggins the better two-way guy. Joel Mclaughlin with this question. What team would fit Kyle Lowry next season? I'm looking at the Boston Celtics. I'm looking at the Los Angeles Lakers, and I'm looking at the New York Knicks. I think those are the 3 top teams that could be suitors for Kyle Lowry on the free agent market this season. Knicks really need a point guard. So too do the Celtics after trading away Kemba Walker. They would also have to free up cap space as well. Lakers in that same boat of having to get creative with their spending. But I think Kyle Lowry on those 3 teams could really help push them over the top. Let's get to this question. Do the Sixers have a chance to trade for Damian Lillard? If Damian Lillard comes out and demands a trade out of Portland, the Sixers are one of the few teams in the NBA who have player assets to give up to bring back Damian Lillard. They could include Ben Simmons in a deal, as well as Tyrese Maxey, maybe even Matisse Thybulle. and future draft picks. So when you look at all of the teams across the NBA who could give up something for Damian Lillard, there are only a few. If the Boston Celtics want to give up like a Jaylen Brown for Damian Lillard, maybe that happens. I don't think they do so. Sixers certainly have a good shot. XTerrT, you don't have your notifications on. Come on, man. You got to get those notifications on. Therefore, anytime we push out a video, you will be notified. Should the Mavericks trade for Kemba Walker? Well, if you're just joining us, and obviously you slept in today as we record this during our live show on Friday, you did not know that Kemba Walker has been traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder in exchange for Al Horford. That's why you put on your notifications. Therefore, anytime we push out a video, you'll be notified. So don't be a fool. Turn those notifications on so that you are stayed up to date and you don't ask an outdated question. I do appreciate the question, though. This question coming in from 4Hype or 3Channel Friend. What team was Chris Paul best for? The Phoenix Suns. Like, he wanted to go to Phoenix for business and professional reasons. So he's great on the Phoenix Suns. In terms of his NBA career, what he did to kind of repair the culture of OKC is pretty crazy. OKC didn't make the playoffs this year. They were one of the worst teams in the NBA. Last year they made the playoffs all because of CP3. But I'd say, what team has he been best for? The Phoenix Suns. He's getting in the Western Conference Finals. He has had an impact on the Suns like Tom Brady has had on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from a cultural standpoint. So I'm going with the Phoenix Suns. His work there, has been absolutely magical. Donnie PELS, what you think of SVG getting fired, and what does it mean for Zion? He's speaking of Stan Van Gundy. The hiring of Stan Van Gundy by David Griffin and the Pelicans organization after firing Alvin Gentry never made sense. You go from Alvin Gentry to Stan Van Gundy. They're very similar guys in terms of culture, in terms of accountability, and just as head coaches. Like, they're boomers, right? What the Pelicans need is a young, up-and-coming, energetic coach who gels a lot with the young players on this roster. And you have to make Zion Williamson very, very, very happy. He deserves to be involved in the input for looking for the next head coach. Say, if he wants Chauncey Billups, bring in Chauncey Billups. Whoever Zion wants, bring that coach in. So I think SVG, it was doomed to be a disaster right from the jump. I didn't like it because he didn't fit the direction of the franchise, which is a young up-and-coming team that's not quite ready to win yet. They have to learn how to win. I didn't like the hiring. When he decided to part ways with the Pelicans, it didn't surprise me at all. If you want to talk ball, talk hoops, talk NBA, and chop it up with me, or you didn't get your question answered on today's live show, be sure to hit me up, give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. I made it very easy for all of you, simply. It is the same handle on both social media platforms. Give me a like, a follow. My DMs are open right now. Hit me up, and let's talk some ball. Also, make sure you're subscribed to our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, because here on NBA Now, we go live every single Friday, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, bringing you the latest news and rumors around the NBA. On today's live show, we gave you our latest NBA mock draft. We did 2 mailbags. Basically, anything that happens across the entire NBA, we will go live and talk about it. So subscribe by going to youtube.com/chatsportstv and turn on those notifications. Therefore, anytime we push out a video, anytime we go live, you will be notified.